Yes, edible greens.
Edible greens. Yeah, these are also pretty edible.
Nettles,
Nettles.
indeed.
Oh, here you have yoga and massage.
This is what we're going after.
Yeah. Roadblock. But these are we can have a look at the little, try to...
Yeah, those are the
These are
private gardens, yeah. This is semi-private.
Okay, who volunteers? Who volunteers to play with mud? Come on. Esther, you have small children.
I know, I did that too much already.
This is like a lot of edible plants growing here. Here we see sage, even blooming rosemary, lightening up the day. That's a bit gray. And here, wonder if anyone knows what these are. And more important, of course, what to do with it. So who knows? Let us know. And here we go a bit further. Of course, you know these guys, the Culemborgs pears, famous in the Netherlands. So, in a very small space, we have a lot of edible plants. We're at the primary school here, and these obviously are the small children's gardens. This is the famous Dutch green cabbage, and I think here also a lot of small, nice plants, and it's autumn, but there's still quite some stuff to harvest here. Famous chard, in Dutch it's snijbiet. It's very old-fashioned, but very tasty vegetable, difficult to get in normal shops. And here are the leftovers of some tomatoes, zucchini. There's these strawberries. Hi. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Yeah.
Thanks. You're visiting here?
Yeah, just walking around. It's such a nice green area. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you? Are you living here?
Yes, I live in the house over there.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Great. Yeah. I did think of well, moving to this area. So I did read about some stuff, and I noticed that if you want to live here, that you have to sign a contract.
Well, yes. What happens? I have it with me. It's
Oh,
coincidence.
oh.
You know. Yes, I did sign it. I had to even sign it because before I could buy a house. It's part of when you're buying a house. Yeah, it's a contract that you will take care of this area, that it remains looking like this, it remains a green, safe and pleasant living space.
Yeah.
Like now I was just to get water for the plants.
Yeah. But then what about your own private space?
Well, there is in the contract, there's two things that are in here specifically. The first one is that you cannot like place a fence or anything in between your own garden and the public space.
Yeah.
Also not between your neighbors, so it's open.
Okay, but then if you sit outside, you're always open to everybody. You don't have any privacy.
Well, you don't have anything to hide, do you?
I also like my privacy.
Oh well, I think it's good because then I see my neighbors and we chat easily. Yeah, but that's one thing that you can't do. You cannot build anything in between you and other people.
Yeah. But it's nice in a way. It's nice for children here, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Also for that, in the contract, you cannot park your car in front of your house.
Okay, so but if I get groceries and then I have to lift it, and can I just drive to my door and?
No, well, if you look good at the houses, there's not everywhere you can come by car easily. So we really would like you to leave your car and carry, or go by bike and have, the Dutch way, carry the stuff on your bike.
Yeah.
But no way, no. You're a car person?
Yeah, a bit, yeah. I like my car.
Well, no, we leave our cars.
Okay.
We don't, it's safer for the children and it's not so pretty to have cars and the pollution everywhere.
Yeah. You still have your own car?
No. I have such a car sharing. So there's lots of them here, and also sometimes I borrow a car from a neighbor.
Yeah.
No, that's easy here.
Yeah. And what are your neighbors like? In a way, is it easy to integrate, and you need to do a lot of stuff if you don't live here?
Well,
can you just do your own things?
Well, you can do your own things, but you're kind of expected to participate, definitely. So you do need to get social. Like now, the weather is not that good, and the children are at school. But normally there's lots of people here, so I like it to go just around and have a chat with everyone, and it's definitely like that.
Yeah.
Because as you can see, there's a lot of public space and not that much outdoor private space. No.
Yeah.
You can try to find a silent spot.
Are there any here?
Inside your house, maybe.
Yeah. But outside, you're probably part of the community then.
Yeah, it is about the communities, the sense of community.
Yeah.
Definitely. Do you like that? Would it be something for you?
Yeah, sometimes, but I also like to do my own stuff, and so to be engaged all days with your neighbors. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, maybe this is not something for you then, huh?
No. I really need to think about that. Yeah.
Okay, see you another time.
Thanks
maybe.
for the information.
Bye.
Bye.
So we're in the shop now, in the urban farm. You can see flowers and all fresh vegetables. Yeah, it's looking quite good. Gerrit-Jan just made a good point that this can't be their own produce. Kiwis and oranges. But still, some of this will be.
We're here definitely at the Care Farm. We're going to have a drink here because it's open. It's really nice. There's a lot of fresh produce and some other people drinking and eat a little bit. But what I also saw is that if you need inspiration for cooking, there are a lot of recipes here to take with you. So I thought for today it's endive in a different way, andijvie anders. Because andijvie is really in the season now, you can buy it now. But there's also lots of other stuff. Fresh tomato soup, Chinese cabbage, quiche, soups.
Yeah, really,
Nee, ik ben
really
hier
nice.
binnen hoor.
Nice for inspiration.
Here in Katshagen, it's the urban farm of Culemborgs, and it's right next to Eva Lanxmeer. And this urban farm also has a shop. So I just bought this huge pumpkin, and the shop is open 3 days a week, twice during the week and once on a Saturday. So my question to you is, to what extent does this farm enable or obstruct local food provisioning practices? So in other words, does it enable or obstruct people to get local food? And if it does, for which groups does it enable and for which groups does it obstruct?
Eva Lanxmeer have these little plots of edible green, which I would like you guys to maybe think about why this would be a good plan for all entrances, and what it says about the neighborhood, the kind of image that it vehiculates, and what it says for the accessibility of the food here and the green space in general.
Here you see a large car park at the edge of the neighborhood, and lots of people are actually sharing cars. They're part of a car sharing project. You see My Wheels here as well, and people also share cars with their neighbors. So people have to park on the outside of the neighborhood a little bit, so they don't have immediate access to their car, because they have some space where they have to go, and also like in time, right? You don't have it there in the immediate minute that you want your car. So my question is, how does this actually influence practices? So you can think of, grocery shopping, for instance. Would you take a car, or would it be easier to take a bike? And that of course depends on the situation, but I think you see where I want to go. So how does not having your car close to your house influence various practices like shopping? And are there any other strategies that you can think of that can be used to influence practices this way, to make them more healthy or more sustainable? And around it, well, like the glass house is around the built house, it seems to be. I feel a little bit like an intruder here, trying to film people's private property. Alright, maybe you can see a little bit more here. So this must be the side of the house, I suppose.
These are the houses that are partly under the ground, nice and hidden. Here's some water. I don't think it's for swimming, or maybe for bathing in the morning. I think it has a different purpose. There's a little seat outside. So here's the entrance to these buildings, and here, well, yeah, it's just like a big hill in the landscape.
So we're here in the neighborhood park, which is a much sort of bigger green space than the other ones that we've seen. And if you've watched the other video that we referenced, then you can see that this is the beach that they're talking about in this video. So this is much more of a flexible space. It's actually reserved for more housing constructions later on. So at the moment it can be used for temporary events and installation, and it's more of a playground for children as well, so they have a real place to stay. So we counted 5 different types of green space in the neighborhood. First, the collective gardens that we've seen, with the edible gardens as well. There's the public green, like this one, with retention ponds. You've got the city farm, orchard and agricultural grounds, and then ecological areas with water retention and infiltration ponds, and then the private gardens. So they all have a different function, and I would like you guys to think about what kind of functions those spaces have and how they're different from each other, and what kind of tasks and activities can happen in these spaces.
So it's not the right time of the year, but probably you could take a little swim here, a little beach. The beach in the bay tour. It's indeed right beside another like play area for the children.
So I would like to pose a question actually to you as watchers, because this orchard is also a place where around I think August, September, people in the neighborhood, they gather to pick apples together. And they are making all sort of treats from these apples together, like juice or baking pies, and they eat it together. And then it follows into winter, and of course these trees need to be pruned, and they also do that together. It's like an orchard yearly ritual they have created in this neighborhood. So if we're talking about rituals, I would like you to think about other rituals related to food, especially healthy and sustainable food, that could be enabled within a neighborhood. So I would like really to hear your ideas about that.
This is the old orchard, which is in the middle of the neighborhood of Eva Lanxmeer. These are very old apple species trees, and this is also a groundwater extraction area. That's also where there are strict regulations within the neighborhood to prevent pollution of the groundwater.
Okay, we're at the end of our tour through this fascinating neighborhood with lots of nice impressions, also some surprises, but it also got us questioning some of our own ideas. Like, what actually do we understand in having a neighborhood that's inspiring for social connections related to food, related to health and sustainability. So we would also like to invite you to watch this video and be critical and come up with your own questions about it, and also question how would you like to use ideas of this neighborhood in your own design, or also what parts do you not want to use in your design and why not. So hope to see you soon.